In a heartbreaking twist no one saw coming, Lisa Ray McCoy, the dazzling actress and beloved star we've followed for decades, has been left in tears, saying a final goodbye to her only daughter. What happened? And why is this farewell shaking Hollywood to its core? Stay tuned, because today we're uncovering the emotional, raw truth behind Lisa Ray's most painful goodbye. And trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next. Lisa Ray McCoy has always been known for her radiant presence, whether lighting up the big screen, commanding attention on the red carpet, or captivating audiences on reality TV. But behind the glamour, there has always been another side. The devoted, fiercely protective mother to her only daughter, Kimmie Mourice. I end today's video. We're diving deep into the emotional story that's making headlines everywhere, why Lisa Ray was recently left in tears saying goodbye to Kimmie. Is this simply a chapter of life, or is there more going on behind the scenes? Details fans and the media haven't fully uncovered. We'll explore their close-knit bond, the events that led to this painful farewell, and the personal, family, and career tensions that have quietly been building over the years. Along the way, we'll examine exclusive details, public statements, and shocking revelations that are leaving fans speechless. Make sure you watch until the end, because the full truth behind Lisa Ray's tearful goodbye is more complicated and more emotional than anyone expected. Before we dive into the heartbreaking goodbye, we need to understand just how deep the bond between Lisa Ray McCoy and her daughter, Kimmie Mourice, really is. Lisa Ray gave birth to Kimmie in 1989 at the age of just 23, long before she became a household name. At the time, Lisa Ray was hustling hard to break into the entertainment industry, balancing small modeling gigs and acting auditions while raising her little girl as a single mother. Kimmie became not just Lisa Ray's daughter, but her anchor, her driving force, and her biggest supporter. In countless interviews over the years, Lisa Ray has spoken candidly about the sacrifices she made for Kimmie, turning down roles that would keep her away from home for too long, working double shifts to afford private schooling, and doing everything she could to provide a stable home life. She also did her best to shield Kimmie from the sometimes brutal realities of fame, especially when Lisa Ray's own high-profile relationships, including her marriage to the former premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, were constantly making tabloid headlines. Kimmie, for her part, has always admired her mother's strength. On social media, she has often called Lisa Ray her hero, describing her as both a queen and a warrior, someone who taught her to stand tall even when life tried to break her down. But here's where things start to get complicated. Despite their closeness, sources close to the family have whispered for years about rising tensions between mother and daughter. Was it just the usual mother-daughter disagreements, or was something deeper brewing? Lisa Ray McCoy and Kimmie Mourice always appeared to be the ultimate mother-daughter team. They smiled for cameras at red carpet events, supported each other on social media, and even appeared together on shows like The Real McCoy, where viewers got a glimpse into their tight-knit dynamic. But behind those glowing public moments, insiders say things weren't always picture-perfect. Sources close to the family revealed that tensions began surfacing as Kimmie entered adulthood and tried to step out of her mother's shadow. Now a successful plus-size model and influencer, Kimmie wanted to carve out her own identity, separate from the famous McCoy name. According to friends, Kimmie felt overprotected by Lisa Ray, who had a hard time letting go. Known for her fiery personality and no-nonsense attitude, Lisa Ray often gave unsolicited advice about Kimmie's career, love life, and personal choices. Kimmie wanted the freedom to make her own mistakes. Lisa Ray wanted to shield her from the harsh world of entertainment and media. Their disagreements weren't just about career paths or dating preferences. Some reports suggest that deep-rooted family issues, including old resentments, financial disputes, and generational misunderstandings, gradually created emotional distance between them. One insider claimed, Lisa Ray has always been strong-willed, but Kimmie's trying to break away and do her own thing. It's been tough for both of them. They love each other fiercely, but sometimes love can get tangled up with control. Then came the breaking point. According to exclusive sources, Kimmie recently announced a major life decision that caught Lisa Ray McCoy completely off guard. Though details remain closely guarded, several outlets report that Kimmie has decided to relocate overseas, a decision that, for Lisa Ray, felt like the ultimate goodbye. Lisa Ray's publicist confirmed that she was devastated by the news and has been struggling emotionally to accept that her only daughter is leaving the country, possibly for good. For a mother who built her entire world around her child, this wasn't just a move. It was a seismic shift. To understand why Kai Mori chose to leave and why it left Lisa Ray McCoy in tears, we need to rewind and take a closer look at Lisa Ray's personal history. Lisa Ray has lived a life marked by glamour, fame, heartbreak, and public scandal. From her explosive rise as a breakout star in the Players Club to her high-profile marriage and eventual divorce from Michael Missick, the former premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, Lisa Ray's life has been under a relentless media microscope. While Lisa Ray was busy building her empire, Kai was growing up in the shadow of her mother's stardom, watching her battle cheating scandals and tabloid betrayals, witnessing her name splashed across headlines during bitter divorces and business feuds. She also lived through the struggles that came when Lisa Ray's career hit turbulent waters, moments that forced the family to regroup and rebuild. Insiders say that while Kai deeply admired her mother's strength, she also felt the weight of those struggles pressing down on her own future. According to close friends, Kai wanted to step away from the drama and constant media attention that has followed the McCoy name for decades. She wanted to raise her own daughter. Yes, Kai is a mother now in a quieter, more peaceful environment, free from Hollywood's unrelenting spotlight. But here's where the story takes an even more emotional turn. Behind the scenes, Lisa Ray has long been open about her fear of abandonment. In past interviews, she's spoken candidly about the sacrifices she made for love, sacrifices that often left her alone. To Lisa Ray, Kai wasn't just her daughter. She was her lifeline, the one person who stayed when everyone else walked away. When Kai broke the news that she was relocating overseas, possibly to Europe, Lisa Ray reportedly broke down in tears. Sources say she felt blindsided, shocked that Kai would make such a life-changing move without more discussion. More than anything, Lisa Ray feared that physical distance would soon turn into emotional distance. And perhaps most painfully, she feared this was the beginning of a permanent goodbye. A close family friend revealed, Lisa Ray feels like she's losing her only real anchor. She's happy for Kai, but she's also heartbroken. She spent her whole life protecting Kai, and now she has to let go, and that's tearing her apart. While headlines focus on Lisa Ray McCoy's tearful goodbye, few truly understand the emotional baggage that's been quietly building between mother and daughter for years. Beyond the glitter of red carpets and celebrity interviews, their relationship has been shaped by unspoken pain and unresolved wounds, some of which trace all the way back to Lisa Ray's own childhood. Raised on the south side of Chicago by a single mother after her parents' separation, Lisa Ray has often spoken about the emotional scars she carries from a childhood marked by struggle, survival, and a relentless drive to prove herself. Those early hardships molded Lisa Ray into the fierce, protective woman she is today. But they also influenced the way she raised Kai. Lisa Ray's love for Kai was all-consuming. She wanted to shield her daughter from every mistake, every heartbreak, every danger that Lisa Ray herself had faced. But according to insiders, that fierce love sometimes veered into control. Friends say Kai often felt suffocated, like she had no room to breathe, no space to make her own decisions. Lisa Ray, fearing abandonment, would sometimes guilt Kai into staying close or involving her in every major life choice. Even in Kai's romantic relationships, Lisa Ray reportedly had strong opinions, often clashing with Kai's partners over how she should be treated. One particularly painful moment came a few years ago when Kai faced personal struggles as a young mother. While Kai was adjusting to motherhood, Lisa Ray reportedly stepped in heavily, offering advice, voicing criticism, and trying to fix things when all Kai really wanted was space and support. Family sources say this pattern, Lisa Ray trying to help but unintentionally overwhelming, became a central source of tension in their relationship. Kai wanted independence. Lisa Ray feared loss. And then came the breaking point. Kai's decision to move overseas wasn't just about career opportunities or a lifestyle. It was about creating space for herself, a chance to build her own identity without constantly living in her mother's shadow. But here's the shocking twist. According to insiders, Lisa Ray has privately admitted that she blames herself for pushing Kai away. She's confessed to close friends that she wishes she had let Kai make her own mistakes, rather than always trying to steer her in the right direction. She worries that her need for control may have cost her the most important relationship in her life. Now that Kai has made the decision to leave, possibly for good, what is Lisa Ray McCoy going to do next? Friends close to the star say she's at a personal crossroads. On one hand, Lisa Ray is determined to fight for their bond, to remind Kai that no matter how far she moves, she'll always have a home to return to. On the other hand, she's also been quietly preparing herself for the painful reality that her daughter is now building a life of her own, one that may no longer have Lisa Ray at the center. In recent interviews, Lisa Ray has dropped subtle hints about this internal struggle. In one particularly emotional moment, she was quoted as saying, "I raised her to be strong, independent, and fearless, but no one told me how hard it would be to watch her walk away." Behind the scenes, insiders reveal that Lisa Ray has been seeking counseling to process her feelings of loss and abandonment. She's been leaning on close friends and family members, including her half-sister Debrat, for emotional support. She's even considering a major lifestyle change, possibly leaving Los Angeles, spending more time traveling, and reconnecting with herself outside the spotlight. Meanwhile, public reaction to the story has been one of empathy, shock, and deep concern. Fans who have followed Lisa Ray and Kai's journey over the years are now watching closely, hoping that time, space, and unconditional love will heal what fame, fear, and family tension have frayed. The response has been overwhelming. Social media is flooded with fans sending love, support, and empathy to Lisa Ray. On Instagram, followers have left heartfelt comments such as, "You raised an amazing daughter, Queen. She's just spreading her wings." On Twitter, hashtags like #StayStrongLisaRay and #MotherDaughterGoals have been trending as people share their own stories about the bittersweet experience of watching their children grow up and leave home. But not everyone has been sympathetic. Some critics have pointed out that Lisa Ray's well-known reputation for being controlling may have contributed to the growing rift. One user commented, "Sometimes love means letting go. If you hold too tight, they'll run." Others argue that Lisa Ray's public persona, fiercely independent, outspoken, and occasionally combative, may have unintentionally built emotional walls between her and Kai. Then there's the media, which has seized on the drama. Headlines blare with emotional intensity. Lisa Ray McCoy's tearful goodbye, inside the mother-daughter rift that shook Hollywood. Kai Mori moves on, why Lisa Ray's daughter is leaving it all behind. As the dust begins to settle around Kai Mori's decision to relocate, one pressing question remains. Is this the final chapter in Lisa Ray McCoy and Kai's relationship, or the start of a new, healthier bond? For Lisa Ray, the emotions are raw and deeply complex. On one hand, she's grappling with a profound sense of loss, not just because Kai is physically leaving, but because it feels like a symbolic severing of the bond that has defined them for decades. She's mourning the little girl she raised, the one who clung to her at red carpet events and whispered secrets during late-night talks. She's realizing that despite her fame, success, and fierce devotion, she cannot protect or control her daughter forever. But on the other hand, those closest to Lisa Ray say she's slowly beginning to see the separation as an opportunity for Kai to build her own life, identity, and legacy, outside the shadow of the McCoy name. An opportunity for Lisa Ray to reflect on her past, acknowledge her own missteps, and learn the hard art of letting go. And perhaps most importantly, an opportunity for both women to redefine their relationship, not as mother and child tethered by obligation, but as two strong, independent women bound by love, respect, and mutual understanding, even from a distance. In a candid moment during a recent live stream, Lisa Ray addressed her fans directly. "I raised Kai to soar, and now I have to trust that I gave her the wings she needs. It's hard, harder than anything I've ever done, but I believe in her, and I believe in us." The moment moved fans to tears. Social media was once again flooded with encouragement and admiration. One user wrote, "This isn't goodbye. It's just a new chapter." Real love means letting go and cheering from the sidelines. Lisa Ray, you're showing the world what it means to be a real mother, strong enough to release and soft enough to love. Yet, even as Lisa Ray maintains a brave face in public, insiders say her private struggle continues. She worries. Will Kai drift away emotionally? She wonders. Will they stay close, or will the distance become a permanent wedge? And she hopes. Is there still time to heal the small cracks in their bond before they become unfixable breaks?